Hey gang, it's me, Dr. Steve. I hope you're all having a wonderful Tuesday. What if I told you that a sitting U.S. Congresswoman just publicly declared that she feels more loyalty to her native Guatemala than she does America, and yet somehow she's still on the Homeland Security Committee? That actually just happened. You may have heard about this. Illinois Representative Delia Ramirez, she's a bona fide member of the so-called Squad, that group of ultra-repulsive Marxists like AOC and Ilhan Omar. She made a statement while visiting Mexico City, and speaking in Spanish, she proudly declared, "I am a proud Guatemalan before I am a proud American." So this was a United States representative who just publicly declared in another country and in another language that her ultimate loyalty is her primary allegiance is to another nation. But here's what makes it even more outrageous. Ramirez isn't just any congresswoman. She sits on the House Homeland Security Committee, the very committee tasked with protecting America from foreign threats. And according to multiple sources, she's an anchor baby, born to illegal migrants, married to another illegal migrant who benefits from Obama's DACA program, the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program, which, of course, it's an Obama-era policy providing temporary deportation relief. It's also known as the DREAM Act. Obviously, people are absolutely up in arms over this. Republican Congressman Andy Ogles immediately called for her denaturalization, deportation. Even the Department of Homeland Security, interestingly enough, their official account responded with a Theodore Roosevelt quote, "There is no room in this country for hyphenated Americanism." But if you can believe it, well, of course you can believe it, given that these radical Marxist Democrats are all caught in an 80-20 doom loop. But Ramirez doubled down after she got caught. Ramirez doubled down, as Democrats always do, claiming any and all attacks on her, it's just white supremacist attempts to silence what she called her patriotic criticism. Now, what makes this particularly disgusting is this isn't an isolated incident. Remember, Ilhan Omar recently was caught telling Somalians that she's there in Congress to protect Somalia's interests from inside the U.S. system. These aren't representatives of the American people. They're basically foreign agents operating within our own government. Now, what's so interesting here, I'm noticing, is that constitutional experts are debating whether this meets the legal definition of treason. Treason, as I understand it, involves adhering to America's enemies, giving them aid and comfort. But as they're debating that, more and more scholars are coming out and saying that the 14th Amendment, the anchor baby amendment, doesn't actually guarantee birthright citizenship the way most people think. It requires being born here and subject to the jurisdiction thereof, meaning exclusive political loyalty to the United States. So if your parents were illegal invaders when you were born, you inherited their nationality, not ours. That's why Native Americans needed a separate 1920s law to become citizens. The 14th Amendment was not the 14th Amendment alone was not enough. Congress does have the constitutional power to expel members like her. Just need a 2/3 vote for that. We don't need to strip her citizenship or deport anyone. We just need to remove foreign agents from positions of American authority. The question isn't whether Congress can do this. The question is whether we have the will to save our republic from enemies from within. Fat chance on that with the Democrat Party. The Democrat Party would never even think of doing that because, and we've talked about this before, the Democrat Party is a post-American party. Post-Americanism is the belief that America is fundamentally an evil, unfair, racist, bigoted society that deserves to be completely replaced by a post-1964 political and cultural revolution. You literally have Democrats like Elie Mystal, a frequent contributor to MSNBC. He's argued that all laws passed before the 1964 Civil Rights Act, for him, are null and void because they were passed by what he considers to be, in effect, an apartheid state. So, of course, this goes back to nullifying the Constitution. And leftists see the Constitution as inherently racist. They even, this is where you've even had leftists defend the singing of the Black national anthem before NFL games because they think the real national anthem is racist. The Democrats are a party of post-Americanism. They hate pre-1964 America, and they have no loyalty whatsoever to our nation. But what's so interesting or ominous about this post-Americanism is that patriotism and loyalty don't disappear for the Democrats because we are all by nature patriotic and loyal in some way, shape, or form. Patriotism and loyalty don't disappear. What this Guatemalan congresswoman proves, what Ilhan Omar proves, is that that patriotic loyalty simply gets redirected and inevitably redirected towards ethno-nationalist tribalism. So this is the incredible irony of what the Democrat Party has become. It's become the party of ethno-nationalist tribalisms, whether it's in the form of BLM or La Raza, which literally means the race, or Somalian nationalism or Guatemalan nationalism. The post-American Democrat Party is increasingly becoming the party of ethno-tribalism. And what do ethno-tribalisms inevitably do? They inevitably segregate and balkanize. And that is exactly what more and more Democrats have become proponents of. That's what we're seeing on woke college campuses today. There was a study that found that nearly half our college campuses across the country offer racially segregated dorms, racially segregated graduations, and racially segregated orientation programs. Post-Americanism inevitably segregates and eventually balkanizes. The only solution, of course, is a civic nationalism like MAGA that celebrates America as a unique nation made up of a unique and united people, made up of unique cultures, customs, and traditions that awaken our loyalties and our obligations above all other nations. And so let these lunatic Democrats double down on their post-American absurdities. The rest of America will be happy to oblige. If your loyalty is to Guatemala, then to Guatemala you should go. Let me know what you guys think. Put your comments down in the comment section below. And of course, as always, make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button for breaking news and analysis you're not going to find anywhere else. Love you guys. God bless.